Hello, my name is Natalie Cohen. Today I will be going over brain development from womb to adulthood. The reason I chose this topic is because I am interested in the scientific reasons behind our behaviors. I will focus on the physical changes in the brain. Keep in mind, this is a generalization. The brain is plastic. The connections in the brain can vary from person to person, and there is so much more we have yet to learn. Let's start with the fetus. At about 16 days after conception, the foundation of the baby's brain and spinal cord forms. The cortex starts off smooth. Of the entire lifespan, the fetus's brain will grow the most during months 4, 5, and 6 of pregnancy. The brain increases 6 times in size and develops many new neurons and synapses. It divides into hemispheres and folds and wrinkles to fit inside the head. At 22 weeks, the brain is sufficiently mature to reach the age of viability. Next, we go on to infancy and the first 2 years. Growth and refinement of axons, dendrites, and synapses occur, especially in the cortex. The amygdala is present, which is why babies have such strong emotions. We are born with 86 billion neurons, and we will have 100 trillion synapses by age 2. Dendrites and neurons change to reflect remembered experiences. Due to massive dendrite growth, brain weight triples from birth to age 2. Transient exuberance takes place, followed by pruning. A phenomenon called head sparing is available if necessary. The corpus callosum grows and myelinates rapidly in early childhood. Myelin is a whitish insulation that surrounds the nerve fibers. It protects and speeds signals between neurons. This process aids in lateralization and motor skills. Young children become better at coordinating both sides of the brain and body. During middle childhood, within the frontal lobes, the prefrontal cortex is maturing. The brain is actively pruning and becoming more refined, improving attention, reasoning, and cognitive control. Physical activity and social play is important. Reaction time is improved. Children start to focus on the important elements in their environment, known as selective attention. There are so many changes hormonally and physically going on during adolescence. Brain scans show a remodeling happening. The gray matter, neurons, and synapses are released or pruned. Myelin is laid down on the neurons that remain. Neurons that are being used are kept and the others are lost, hence the term use it or lose it. There is an increase in dopamine and in turn an increase in impulsivity and risky behavior. Maturation continues in emerging adulthood, though brain volume starts to shrink. Neurons and synapses are being lost due to pruning, and myelination continues to take place mainly in the frontal lobes, which controls emotion, problem-solving, memory, language, judgment, and sexual behaviors. Myelination happens last in the prefrontal cortex. The frontal lobe is not fully developed until age 25. A new set of brain connections begin. These new neurons are formed depending on experience. Better control over impulses and risk-taking behavior is observed. The brain must engage in mentalizing, which is understanding the thoughts, attitudes, and emotions of others. Adulthood. This is a time when the firing of neurons and axon pickup slows. It takes longer to react and myelination is reduced. However, scientists have found parts of the brain do grow in the hippocampus in adulthood. This part of the brain is responsible for motivation, emotion, learning, and the forming of new memories. Senses do start to become less sharp. Adults may need to focus on one thing at a time. However, with experience and the repetition of activities, dendrites grow and expertise is shown. To summarize, gains and losses are evident at every part of the lifespan. Environment and experience have a great effect on brain development. Brain development is all about the coordination of connections, and there is so much more that we do not know about this topic. Thank you for watching my presentation. I hope you enjoyed.